Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we were working on a handful of things. So we're working on making ethanol from carrots, making fruit juice and then turning it into biomass and turning that into ethanol, which is working decently well. We don't actually need this stuff anymore because all these guys are getting power from underneath. I ran a power line from over here and all that kind of fun stuff, so that's working just fine. Let's see, what else did I do between episodes? I've been working on trying to get more UU matter so that we can kind of prepare to get a couple more machines. Most notably, we're trying to get the power cell. And how much? We need more iron in there. And then last time we also went and we got an Enderman spawner. And we were using the Enderman spawner. We're going to use the Enderman spawner to get more Ender Pearls and Eyes of Ender? Not Eyes of Ender, but Enderman heads, hopefully. But yeah, so that is kind of the plan. Now I went ahead and I set it up just on top of there. But there is a problem. So these spawners are sensitive to, well, spawn conditions. Specifically with the Enderman light. So we need to make this room dark. And before we do anything else, we're going to turn this off. So I have this insulated conduit, this redstone conduit. We have it a certain way. So I can turn the Enderman spawner on with this, and there's different like levels on the different colors on these guys. You can kind of see it there, and that corresponds to different colors on the spawners themselves. Now we're gonna add a third one in today that is lights, and that is going to be important for making sure things aren't spawning when we don't want them to be in there. So basically, when we flick the switch for the blaze spawner or the Enderman spawner, lights will go off, and when they're off, we'll have the lights on or something like that. I don't know if we can actually do that the way I think. Can we invert the signal? No. So we'll have another switch for the lights, I guess. But anyways, we will get to that in a moment. Today we're going to be making the power cell, and there's a couple of things I want to kind of talk about. So one is with the gas turbine that we've been using. Now we need to upgrade power over here pretty badly. We could make more nuclear reactors, but I don't really want to right now. But the gas turbine is a pretty good way to get EU. Now the issue that we're going to have is, one, we need to make more manulin turbines. That's going to require a lot of manulin. I just need to go dig it all up, and then we'll need the plutonium for power sources and all that kind of fun stuff. But we are currently using syngas. Syngas is not bad. Syngas is actually pretty good to use for this guy. However, producing it is not the most fun thing. There is other things we can use, and this is something we might use since we have a blaze spawner. Firewater. Firewater is actually a little bit better than the syngas. I think syngas produces, in RF terms, I got this off the wiki, it's like 1,000 RF per millibucket, whereas firewater produces 1,200 RF per millibucket. So it's a little bit better. But I also want to potentially make, what are they called? What are they called? There was two things: mixing, fuel air mixer, and then gas mix compressor. So these are two things that I think I want to go ahead and make. They're not that hard to make. So what are they called again? Gas, fuel air, and gas mix. Okay, so let's get those. Fuel / slash air, and they both come up. So we can have up to one of each of these on the gas turbine, and it will just basically make the efficiency a little bit higher. So I'm currently producing a bunch of scrap, hopefully. So let's make those real quick. And we're just going to need some iron, I think is the main thing. So let's just grab some blocks, as well as, I don't know if we need the redstone ones. I know we need the iron tubing. We're going to need this today. And you can probably see some other things that I'm going to want to make. So I made some conduit facades, and they're pretty easy to make with the recipe. Where is my one? I don't even know where I got one hanging around somewhere, it would seem. But I don't know where. Is this used for anything? Can make harden, which is explosion resistant. So yeah, I've lost one somewhere. I feel like I placed it somewhere, and I just don't remember where. Oh no. It would be over here. So we're going to need to make a painting machine as well today. That's the other kind of plan of action. I think I'm planning on putting it up here. That's why this is here. But yeah, I don't know where the other one went. That is really strange. Anyways, enough chatting. Let's go ahead and make this these mixers so that we can get a little bit more efficiency out of our fuel, up to 185%, which is kind of nice. So we need this guy, which requires iron frames. We're going to need quite a bit of iron frames. 1, 2. Alright, then we're going to need some pistons. That's easy enough. Let's see, we're going to need redstone. We're going to need some cobblestone. Alright, so can we make this guy yet? 2 pistons. I think we need pressure valve. We can do, we're going to need, how many of those? 3 in total. So we just need a stick. Make some more of that. And there's the other pressure valve. Cool. So 2 of those we'll get to in a moment. We're going to need some gold. We'll get to that in a second, though. We need iron bars, which I should have. Cool. So with that taken care of, we should be able to make this air fuel mixer. And then we're going to want this guy, which is going to require another piston. So we need more iron. Just do that. Some more cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 more sets of those. So what all are we missing? Just the advanced pressure valves, which we're going to use this recipe, I think. So 8 vibrant alloy. We're going to need 16 vibrant alloy. So 2 blocks of gold, more or less. And that should be about it. We just need some glowstone. We are running low on glowstone. Probably gonna have to go get some more. We need 6 more. I don't want to use those because those are going to be used for something else in a moment. Alright, well, let's get this stuff going anyway. So 16 alloy mode. 2, 3. There we go. So I guess we can go ahead and put this stuff away. Put the sticks away. And we'll head downstairs. We should have some more glowstone down here. We're going to need this other glowstone for glowstone lamps for the mob farm. So we're still going to be kind of weird episodically for a little bit still. Still trying to get to the point where we can get other things going. So we need to like, we need different machines. We need more machines. We need better machines. And a lot of it kind of stems from UU matter. We're going to need a lot of UU matter. Now we also need 12 ender pearls, which I went ahead and moved them all over here. And we're kind of, once we can get into applied logistics, we'll start automating things a little bit more. 5, 6, 7, we need a full stack. We'll start automating things a little bit more and all that kind of fun stuff. It's just kind of odd right now just because of how I've designed the base and all that kind of stuff. And kind of one of the big keys is going to be starting to separate everything out. So this main building is mostly going to be applied logistics, but there's going to be other things as well. Also, by the way, I just want to mention, I had a really weird bug. None of the chests had textures. So yeah, I couldn't see any of these chests. I noticed it when I was over there. Then I came back and this room was basically empty. The chests were still there. The contents were still there and everything. They just weren't rendering. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but it happened. So figured I'd mention that. But yeah, so once we can get kind of a little bit better, a better place resource wise, we can start working on some more automation, all that kind of stuff. And that's the hard part right now, is we don't have the resources. Power is the biggest thing to really kind of make everything work. So that will process, that'll take a little bit of time, and then we'll have everything. So I think it's like this, that, and then we can do some other stuff while we wait for that. So let's just do that. So we're gonna need some more redstone. We're gonna need 16 redstone because we're gonna make the redstone lamps. I legitimately like how redstone lamps look. So we're going to make that. And let's head over here. So hopefully we have enough redstone conduit to do all this, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. So something like this, we totally don't. And then we're going to put some conduit up here. So actually we're going to want to get in here anyway, so let's just break into here. And let's see, 1, 2, would that be good? Should we go in one more? I think one more. So from the diagonal go in, ooh, that's going to be really close. No, okay. We're going to go here. We're going to place redstone lamps. So same with over here. Redstone lamp. And redstone lamp. Perfect. So now we can get out of here. I want to light those up. And how we're going to do that is with these conduits, we are going to, I'll just go ahead and set them on each of the conduits, or the redstone lamps. We're going to set it to, let's see, is there yellow? There is. Strong signal. Probably quicker to go this way. It is, certainly. And this will basically give us access to our lights. So, can we make... Okay, this is something that I don't actually know. Do we have access to... not gates or anything like that? Any kind of redstone circuitry type stuff? I do not believe so. Not that I don't think it would work anyways, so there's that, but that is kind of the first step. We also need to put that there. Let's go back to the base. We'll make levers there because, yeah, I don't really want to make more sticks. But this guy is finished. So we're going to need to get some more redstone conduits, which requires just a little bit of redstone and some silicon, plus the conduit binder stuff, which is easy enough. So we'll get that going. And there's the advanced pressure tube. So now we can go place these guys and hopefully make the rest of the UU matter we need to make the last 3 machines that I want. We have 20, so that's close, but not quite where I want to be. So that should make the efficiency really, really good. These guys are done. So let's turn this into some scrap boxes. Turn that on. And we're just going to let that run for now. We'll come back in a moment and collect all the UU matter. So the next thing we're going to want to do, we're going to need to make some other things. We'll get to that in a moment though. We need more redstone conduits. We need to set that up. But we will do that once we have everything else. So I went ahead and made a lot of conduit binder just because it was easy enough and it's useful. So let's get this taken care of. 8 should be enough. We're going to want a lever as well. That's RF Tools Manual. Misclicking. And perfect. Okay, so let's start working with a little bit of engineering. So we're going to need different things. We're going to need this manual, and we're going to have to start making a bunch of heavy machinery. So the big one that we want is the arc furnace. This guy requires a lot of things, a lot of steel and whatnot. And then another entire thing of reinforced blast bricks. So even more steel. I haven't done the numbers or anything like that, but we're going to need a lot more steel than we have. Luckily, this guy works pretty well. Just go ahead and do this. I'll probably process some more coal into creosote oil and all that kind of fun stuff. But before we can do too much more, we are going to need the engineer's workbench, which does require a treated wood fence. So hopefully we have enough. Yeah, we have enough. Okay, so let's get the workbench. So it's something like this. Perfect. And now we have an engineer's workbench. Now what do we need this for? Well, first of all, we're going to place it like right here. I think that looks really nice there, actually. So we have a fermenter, we have a squeezer already. That's good. We have the refinery. Now we could break these down. I'd be half tempted to, but I don't think so. So what do we need the workbench for? Well, we need it to make graphite electrodes, graphite electrodes. So in one of these guys, I think it's over here. Yeah, we have engineer's blueprints. So there are a handful of blueprints. There's arc furnace electrodes and common projectiles. We got this one from a village, and that's really good because crafting it is a pain, at least in this version. But we need to make the HOP graphite electrodes, and in order to do that, let's go ahead and electrodes. We need to make, so one, we could use a metal press and get 50% integrity, or we could make them from here and have 100%. That's why we're going to use the engineer's workbench. Now there is an automated one. How bad is that to actually make? Simple machines. Automated workbench. So, actually not too bad. Does require some heavy engineering blocks and light engineering blocks, but for the most part, that's not too terrible. But that's something we'll kind of consider for later if we need to. But in order to make these electrodes, we do need to get HOP graphite ingots, which we get from smelting up HOP graphite dust. And this stuff we can get from squeezing coke dust. And to get that, we need the crusher. So we're going to need the crusher as well as using the squeezer. So we need to crush the coke dust first, and then we can squeeze it into the graphite dust. So that's kind of the plan. That's kind of the idea. And I will tell you guys what, I am going to work off camera getting all the different pieces for that, because there are a lot of them. And we'll get those guys set up next time. So, let's see if we have all the power we need. Or all the UV matter anyways. We have 26. That is good enough for the power cell. So we'll put that there. And then we'll put this back. Let's turn that off for a second so that can gain power again. And we're going to recycle more stuff. Honestly, I have a ton of cobblestone. So this is what we're going to use for now. Eventually we'll have like cobblestone generators just kind of pumping everything into the recycler. But for now, we'll have to kind of wait. But anyways, with this, we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and get one machine frame. Is that what we want to do? So the machine frames are, yeah. Could we just get away with 2 of those? We're going to want one of these anyways. $17. Yeah, let's go ahead and make one of these. We don't need too much more U matter. We need 7 more. Well, 8 really. But with this, we can start making some other stuff. So let's go ahead and make the power cell first. So we're gonna need some prismarine and blocks of redstone, diamond, emerald, blocks of redstone, prismarine, which we can get from nether quartz. And is it 1 or it's 2? Okay. So prismarine is just throwing this on the ground, lasering it, and now we have that. Perfect. So we can make our first power cell. Now this is where things are going to be a pain. I'm going to end up moving this guy over here into the actual power room, I think. So let's go ahead and just set this guy down. Put him in the corner. And now we can store all the power. And that's what the cards are for. I don't actually know if we need both of them or not. I've never actually done this before. But we have 2 power cell cards, so good enough. And let's go ahead and place one of these in here. And use. Okay. And link ID 3. Alright, I have no idea. I'm going to figure this one out. Insert one card in the first power cell and the others in the linking slot in the middle. All the cards will now have the same ID. Okay. So we put it there. And then any other cards we want, we just put here, I think. And now this has ID 4, ID 4. So these are still the same. Okay, so that's how it works. So you just put one in each. And now what we can do is, when we make the second one, which will be in a little bit, we can have everything we need, and it will transfer power fairly easily. So we'll need another diamond, our last emerald at least processed, for those. 2 of these turn into prismarine, and then just the machine thing. So let's go ahead and get it set up. Perfect. Alright, so we also need to make a painting machine, which is going to require another diamond and 2 nether quartz, plus some electrical steel. We have a little bit. What else was there? Painting machine. We just need 1 more electrical steel. Alright, well that's easy enough. So iron, silicon, coal dust. And that should be a pretty quick and easy craft. And we will get our electrical steel. Perfect. So now we can make the painting machine. And the painting machine is what we use to make conduits pretty. So I guess let's just put it right here for now. We'll put what we want to paint there, and then you put the conduit facade. And this is the only way you can actually use the conduit facades. But now we have a brick. I hope it looks like it still retains the chisel texture. It should. But now we should be able to do some fanciness. So we'll put that there. We need to use our Yeta wrench. North. Yellow. In, out, strong signal. There we go. So with that taken care of, we will have power to our lamps, the redstone power anyways. We can put this guy here, and that should prevent light. And then finally, we just hook up the last of these guys. 1, 2, 3, with 1 to spare. Perfect. And we can see through this whenever we hold either the Yeta wrench or any conduit whatsoever, or any wrench for that matter. I believe. I wonder if the Neotech one will work. No. Okay. So any wrench that like interacts with the stuff. Hammer doesn't work either, but you get the idea. The Yeta wrench will. Anyways, so if we come down here, we should be able to turn the lights on. And the lights are on. And now we should be able to come in here and break all the torches. And it's still bright in here. Bright enough that we won't have like mob spawning or anything like that. Alright, so with that done, what we can do now is come down here, turn the lights off, and turn the Enderman on, and the Enderman should start spawning. Theoretically. Does that not prevent light? Alright, well, now more testing. Let's do something like this real quick. That is much darker in there now. So I do believe we need to do a little bit more. So these don't actually prevent light from exiting, like they don't actually prevent light from yeah, what am I trying to say? They don't actually, they're still transparent blocks. At least it seems that way. So let's go turn this off. Turn the lights on for a second. F3, will that tell us? So light, yes, it tells us the block light as I fall off the stairs. Well, technically they're not stairs. The stairs in there. So block light is 12. And you know, let's go ahead and turn the lights off. Yeah, it's still bright in here. Why? It's gotta be because of that. How to fix that? Well, we could put the spawner in the ceiling, and then it would be dark down here, I think. Let's see, we could try that. So let's get out of here for a second. Let's move that. And break that. Break that. And we'll break this one as well. Redstone on. And then we just got to come up here and put a conduit in our hand. No, we need the wrench. Okay, so this is just, let's see, down, strong signal. Color is going to be black because Enderman. And what should happen is if I turn the lights. Okay, Blaze can spawn, I know that. But we turn this on, will it spawn Enderman? It still is super bright because I haven't closed this back up. It's still really bright in there. So I guess what I need to do is I need to cover this up somehow. Could just put a shield of blocks. That helps a lot. I want to make sure. Oh, come on, I can click it. So there is the issue of in between. Oh my gosh. Okay. Redstone on, yeah. So there is the issue of in between. For right now, I don't know. Let's go grab some more blocks, I guess. Turn the lights on. And yeah, this is just kind of a troubleshoot type thing. Let's go ahead and come back over here to the EU stuff, and I want to make sure the power cell works and all that fun stuff as well. So we should have plenty of scrap. Turn into that recipe. There we go. So we don't need that much more UU matter to make the last machine. Casing, chassis, whatever that one's called. But let's grab some more basalt. And I guess let's go ahead and paint 2 more of these guys. We can repaint them if we ever feel like it. That is not an issue whatsoever. Weathered bricks. And we'll see if we can't get this to work. So, what we're going to do, first of all, is I want to fill in that gap between the 2 spawners. So we're just going to do this. and something like that. Should be fine. So we'll close this back up. And I guess let's go ahead. Conduit facade that. We'll remove this. We'll conduit facade that. And then put block there. This we're going to light up here because we don't want anything spawning. So do something like this. Then hopefully we have enough conduits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Cool. So turn that off, that on. And it should be dark enough in there. At least, I hope so. What else could we do to make it darker? Are the lamps causing issues? Oh man, a lot of things. Let's try something. You know what? I'm gonna mess with this off camera. This is taking a little bit of time. I'll let you guys know what kind of worked and whatnot. But I almost wonder if the lights are transparent. That might be the issue. So let's do some tests. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this light. We're gonna build a little bit of. Let's see. Let's also come up here and grab a conduit facade. And what we can do is we're just going to build a little bit of a dark room. And then see which one, if either, affects things. So, 1, 2, something like this. So, if we place a block here, it's pitch dark. 0. If we place a redstone lamp, it is 0. If we put a conduit facade, they are transparent. So it's a conduit facade that's doing it. I'll need to figure out something to do about that. I'll come up with some system. But yeah, it's the conduit facade, not the lamps. Actually, I wonder. I have an idea. I have an actual idea. Because of how redstone works. So let's forget about that. We made the whole conduit facade thing. That's something we're going to use later anyways, but for right now, let's break this completely. We're going to put a normal basalt block there. And then what we can do is we can hit the Yeta. Nope, not like that. I always get mixed up with the Yeta wrench because it's not the normal like controls that I'm used to with the crescent wrench. Down, strong signal, black. Down and out. So now let's go turn the lights off and start spawning Enderman. That should start working. Presumably. And if not, I don't know what to do. It can take a little bit before Endermen start spawning. But I'm going to leave that on and we'll come back. So, that I think is all I'm going to do with the mob spawner for today. I will get that kind of working and fixed and everything. We're only going to get like half spawns because of where things are and whatnot. So hopefully we can get everything doing a little bit better. Oh, come on. We need like 2 more. But we're out of power. Let's hope for the best. Oh man, we're so close. 5, so 6. Alright, what we can do is, one, let's go grab a bunch of wood for the syngas. Getting that to, hey, we have mobs. So, are we getting Enderman stuff? 75, presumably. Again, the mob spawning is probably going to be limited because of where the spawner is. But I might move it down. We could also add speed upgrades. That would help. Excuse me. We could also add speed upgrades, which would help, but I don't know. Gotta figure something out with that. But anyways, let's try to get our last 2 millibuckets of UU matter so that we can start actually doing some stuff. So I have this drawer. Can we actually hit it from here? No. Alright, I guess we're gonna go down there. So yeah, if we can get the last UU matter, I just want to test, make sure that the power cell works the way I think, and then I will work between episodes to get all of the great immersive engineering stuff we need that we've already made before, and kind of prep all that. We'll probably do it on camera. I'll probably make all the stuff actually on camera, but we do need to go through and get all of the supplies and whatnot. So let's make some more scrap so that things are a little bit nicer. I really need to go mining as well again. Just add it to the list of things I need to do. So we had like 75-ish ender pearls, so we should have more by now. Let's see. New. Okay, I will figure that out between episodes. I don't know what is going on with that guy. Oh, there's the other conduit facade. I put it in there. So I'll have to figure something out for... Okay, let's try one more thing. I have an idea. And this is a really dumb idea, but I have an idea. So this guy doesn't want to go any farther down. So let's just break these. Come in here, break this guy, as well as this guy. And we're going to set something like that there. Stand here and yet a wrench. Up and out, strong signal, black. I think if we right click, aha, in out, strong signal, black. Then we just need to place, oops, can't shift and scroll, place that guy there, come down here, grab our mob spawner, as well as the basalt. That's fine. And we can actually see if this works. So place that there. Redstone on. Make it dark. And if we go turn it on, does the cable actually light up? No. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, that was worth a try. Let's turn the lights back on. So yeah, I will figure that out between episodes and get that working, whatnot. As well as getting all the immersive engineering stuff and whatever else I can find to do, working on the base, whatnot. We really need to figure out kind of where to go to next. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. There's one. We just need half a millibucket more, but since it doesn't actually do halves, we need a full millibucket. Halfway there. It's just a lot of power. And that's the biggest issue, is power generation with all this stuff. So maybe one of the next things we'll do is upgrade this guy, the gas guy, and once we can do that, maybe work on getting everything else better. So that should give us our final piece to the power cells. Make sure that it is, in fact, what we wanted. Perfect. So there's the machine frame. I guess that's what they're called. And nope, not there. Put that there. Yeah, this entire area is going to get moved around a little bit with IC2. Mostly because I kind of decided not to go with the one thing. But let's grab the power cell. Mostly because I decided not to separate. We'll still have multi-block machines if we need them over there, but I think we're also going to do power over there as well. So let's just for now put this guy right here, and we put the link in there. So are these guys linked or not? So RF ID4, I think that unlinks them. So with this guy in here, we put it there. They're linked. And then do we put it there? No. Let's try the other slot. So I've never used these before, but I've seen them before. So presumably these guys are linked now. And they are. And it doubles the RF. So we have 2 million RF stored in these guys. And there's a little bit of loss depending on how far they go. But it's like nothing for this. And for our base, I don't think it's going to be much, but it's going to save on energy conduits. Now later we're going to switch to draconic evolution stuff, so that's a lot easier. And it'll transfer a ton of power. So that's how we're going to transfer power throughout our little sewer system. So here's the plan. I am going to move things around. I'm going to start working on getting this guy nice and neat. And I'm going to continue working on getting the Enderman farm set up and ready. Next time, we're either going to go all out on, that mod, Applied Energistics, or we're going to start working towards Chrome and all that kind of stuff and upgrading power a little bit. Might want to do that as well. I might get the materials ready for the next turbine. But then we're also going to be making the arc furnace and the crusher. Those are the two machines that we really need. Other than that, we should be pretty much good to go. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know last couple of episodes, excuse me, plus probably the next few are going to be a little bit all over the place, just as I'm trying to get like 15 things to come together and work. It's going to be a struggle at times. Mostly of my own doing because of making, well, basically a bunch of little mini bases instead of one big base. But I think it's gonna look nicer and it's gonna be cooler, and it's gonna force me to do weird stuff like I currently am. So it'll be good all around. We need to upgrade this guy one of these days. One of these days soon. This is still a tier 1 Ugh. That tells you how little RF we're actually using. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!